drive around that other side, but today is the day that I'm not going to be able to find parking. And they expect us to drive around essentially to find parking elsewhere, which is a pain in the rear end. Because no matter where you go on this campus, you're not really guaranteed any spots anywhere. And for me, I have to leave. I have to be here basically an hour before my classes just to find a parking spot. And then you gotta drive down every single avenue to find a spot. No, I guess we're going to, and here's something interesting. A couple years ago, before I started coming here, where the rec center is now, it used to be a huge parking spot. And now there's not, and there's 17,000 people, so they took away a bunch of parking lots, a bunch of parking spaces, and then did not replace them with more parking spots. So you got an ever-growing size school that's growing every year. They took away a parking lot, and now they're not going to replace it. So now it's like a mad dash before class to find a parking spot. You got people parking illegally, and then, you know, they get tickets, but their response is, well, we got 3 or 4 parking spots. Even got people parked up on the hill just to get up to the classes. It's an extremely frustrating thing. I'm gonna whip over to this parking lot and see if there's a spot there. I mean, it's just unacceptable. You gotta replace your parking lots if you replace one. It's just that simple. I bet you I'm not gonna find one here either. I'd be really hard pressed to find one here. Another person parked illegally. There's just nowhere to park. I got class in 45 minutes, but that's why I get here early. There's nowhere to park. And there is places to park, but then you gotta park all the way across campus, and then they say, well, you know, we'll give you other places, you know, to park, and you can just take the bus. You got a bus service that goes around campus. And that's great and all, but the bottom line is you took a spot, you took a whole parking lot away. You let teachers park, you know, on the street, which is great. And then they don't replace it. Faculty has excellent parking. And so now there's 2 parking lots I just tried. I'm going to go swing up to the parking garage and see if that one's going to work. Okay, parking attempt number 2. We're going to go in a parking garage now. I'm making this video because I'm so irritated and sick of this crap, and they're not going to, I know they're not going to do anything, and this isn't going to get anywhere. But, I mean, it's still frustrating. So that was 2 parking lots, no parking, people parked illegally. Let's see if I can find one in the parking garage. Gotta be honest, I'm not holding my breath. If this one's full, then I gotta drive to the other side of campus and then go. Now, it's frustrating. I got better things to do. I could be studying, I could be looking over stuff before class. And my class is at 11, I'm not gonna get here. I go this way, see if there's a parking spot up here. If there's not one on the top, then there's not one at all. And this is what I have to deal with at least a couple times a week. There's no parking. And their response is, well, we have other parking garages. This is your parking garage. It is full. There's nowhere to park. And then they wonder why people are parking on the grass and parking illegally. There's not a lot of options to park. So now that I see that there's no parking here, I'm gonna have to go over to the next parking lot, which is on the other side of campus, to go to the other parking garage. I don't even try to go in those little ones, the other little tiny parking lots they have all over campus, because 99% of the time those are full and you're just wasting your time. So yeah, no parking on this parking garage. Well, let's try the next one. So now I have to drive to the other side of campus, and now you gotta go back out on the main road. Unless there's another way, there might be, but the problem with the bus system is the bus takes, I don't know how long it takes to get there. By the time you get on the bus, bus, drops everybody else off and has to get to different places, then you're going to be really close to being late for class. I've seen it a lot. People are late, and then the Millennial Center parking lot is full. I can see a bunch of people circling, so I'm going to try this parking garage, and we'll see. This parking garage, handicap. I'll try swinging it around here. I got a feeling I'm going to be driving all the way to the top of this one. And if this parking garage doesn't work, then I have the other option, which is to drive to the other parking garage. I mean, it's a hassle. Okay, so nothing here. I'm going to go up to the next floor. I mean, for one class, it frustrates me that I have to go through this much. And all they have to do is build another parking lot. They're going to have to build a really big parking lot. The school is growing. With a growing school and a limited amount of parking places, eventually they're going to run into a problem where there's no parking. I mean, this will be... I'm going to go up to the last level. See, there's some parking. Okay, so after almost, I'd say it was about 20 minutes of driving. I'm going to go over there. Here we go. After almost 20 minutes of driving, I have found a spot. 20 minutes. It takes me 30 minutes just to drive to school. Way over there, I have to walk to the Millennial Center, take the bridge over, walk down, and then over there we've got a lot of construction. So there's not really... There used to be a direct path, but there's no longer a direct path to getting to the classroom. You got to walk around a bunch of construction because they're tearing up the sidewalk. They need to get... And then over across there's the other parking garage. I would have had to try to... That didn't work. But this is at the far end of the campus, the other side of the campus that I have to be on for the other side, and they don't seem to care all that much. And everybody, it's something you fight every single day. And then they get irritated at the students when they have to park on the grass and make their own parking lot, parking spaces up. It's kind of almost out of our control. If for whatever reason we get stuck in traffic and there's traffic jam, you're going to have to basically make your parking spot wherever you can find it, closest to the building you can find it, and then hurry up to class. Because you don't want to be late for class. If you get here and you're stuck in traffic and you got about 20 minutes, you don't have time to hope that there's a parking lot available for a parking space on the other side of campus. I don't want this to sound all ranty. The school's great, but parking sucks and they need to do something. It's been sucking for years from what I understand. So UMSL needs to do something about this situation.